Hi there, guys. I'm Greg Mihanak from Jutsu Games. I'm a sound designer in our company, in our team. And here I will present you the simple tutorial how to create your own call in our workshop functionality. So here's a quick instruction how you can make your first simple call. Let's create a short call about a car mechanic trapped under the car. He can't breathe, which makes the dialogue short and allows you only for a few questions. Okay, so I've already launched the workshop, our editor, and we can now create a new call. So I go to the file, select new, and here I have to put ID as well as title. ID is something that is unique, and it has to be unique, and it's not visible by a player. So I will just put trapped. And title is something that will be visible to a player and must be much more descriptive. So let's put something like man trapped under the car as a title. Okay. So here we have our call created, and we added a basic template which makes with most common questions to help with starting writing your own call. So there are basic questions like 911, what's your emergency, or what happened, where, what is your name or address. These are basic elements that every call should consist of, and that's why we added them in our template. So let's click on an option ID 2, and let's go to the left, and here we can change the text of our option. It's important to understand that the red exclamation mark icon represents the option dialog that is spoken by a caller, and the green icon represents the option that is spoken by an operator, here and here. Okay, so we can change the text for this to something like help, I can breathe. Okay. Oh, we can see that the change is already visible here. And we already have with our template, we already have some questions. So here the operator asks what's your emergency. Then in the ID second there's answer, help, I can breathe. And then naturally there's some of those questions that the operator might ask. So we already have some questions, but we will need the answer. For example, when the operator will ask what happened, the caller will need to answer. That's why let's create a new option which will be response to the question of what happened. Okay, we've created new option with ID 3, but we see that it's still an operator. So first we'll have to change it to the caller. That's why we go to the left on this panel, and we can change in a speaker field, we can change it to the caller. Now we can see the icon of exclamation mark, which represents the caller. Okay, now we need to add some text. Let's assume that he's explaining that the car fell on him. So let's put something like, my car fell on me. My car fell on me. Okay, now we see it already here. Now we will add some transition for this option dialog. So let's select the first option with ID what? This one. I select this one. Okay, so the operator will ask what happened. Now let's go to the element properties of this one and add a transition. So to connect this answer, this question, to this answer, okay? we would like to connect the what question, what happened, to my car fell on me answer. That's why we go to the dialog transition. Add dialog transition, and now I choose the option that I want to add. Now I can see that the options are connected. If you want to check your linking, you can see it by the color. We color coded them. So the blue is currently selected one, the red is a previous one, and the green one is the next one. So we see that for this option, the previous one is help I can breathe, and the next one is my car fell on me. So now we successfully connected question with an answer. Okay, let's connect the address now. Let's click on the address. And make sure, here we have our address, and make sure that you don't delete the address in brackets. You can edit anything before and after that, but the address in double brackets, double square brackets, that's important. This will be replaced by a text address provided by action set location. You can see the action set location here down in this panel, and this address in the brackets will be generated by the game engine. Okay, so I will edit it, adding my garage is at, and the address will be generated. Okay. Okay, so he spoke an address, he told us the address, now we need another answer. So let's add another option with ID 4. And let's change the speaker to the operator. Okay. And let's write help will be there soon in text box. Okay, there we go. There we have it. Now we need to connect the answer of our caller with the answer of the operator. So we want to connect the ID 3 with ID 4. So I add dialog transition to number 4. And now I see that it is connected. Okay, now let's add the last option, the last dialog option that will be there. Let's click on the option with ID end and edit the text. For simple answer, okay. It's changed, okay. This will be the last dialog option, but we still have to connect it using transitions to option ID 4. So we go to the option ID 4, and connect it to the end one. Okay. Now we can check if all of the options are linked. As you can see, we didn't use the options ID who and when, for example, and we don't really need them. So we can delete the unused ones using the cross on the right, the here one. Okay, the text of a dialog option is finished. Now go to the Scene tab, select on, go to Scene tab, and now we can select the scene element _1. The element will be our trapped man. So this element will be our trapped man. So let's put a color description in the text field. There we have it, our color. Let's change also his tag. He's not really passerby, he's much more of an injured. Okay, so we change our tag to being an injured. We also have to specify his HP, his health points, and we need to do this in element properties. Element properties, we press plus and write HP equals 40. Okay, so his HP is 40. We also would like to add his sex. So we write plus and write sex equals M, which stands for male. So let's proceed to the third part of the editor called summary. Summary is up there on tab summary. And here you can determine what player can see in a summary, in the description of this call. So let's click on the story_1 and write, the man lost his consciousness. The man lost his consciousness. And the player will see this, okay? Let's go back to the dialog tab. And in order to determine which option will activate that piece of the summary, we have to link the summary to one of the options which will activate it. So let's select option ID end. Okay. And go to the top left. You can see his summary here. And we choose from Dropbox story_1. There we have it. Okay, so basically that's it. You've just created your first simple call and you can click on a file and save it. Okay. If you want to test it in game, you can press the console and type this comment so you can test your call. So it's saved. That's about it. That's the tutorial for simple call. And for more information, you can check the guide on our community Steam page and find all sorts of guides there. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope you make some cool calls.